Hello there everybody, and welcome to the second part of the Folio class. So today what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to do the left hand side. Now that's left hand side as you open it on your cover that you've already done. So that's this side here with a little band across, and then you've got your waterfall bit there, and then these little bits of flaps here. So I'm going to show you on this second week session how to make that bit. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut out what I need, but what I've done is written up what you will need. So for this piece you'll need 9 3/4 by 5.5 inch, and then you're scoring at 1/2 inch and 1 inch, and you're scoring along the short edge so you get a score line down there. And then you need 8 pieces at 4.5 inch by 5.5 inch, and you're scoring on the 5.5 inch side at 1/2 inch. So that means that your score line will be down there. So the ones I've cut out ready are these, so you can see that this is, it'll be long going down like that, so you've got your score line on there because that's your waterfall bits. And then this bit is your waterfall closure, which will need to be 8 inch by 4.25, and then you're scoring at 1/2 inch on the 8 inch side. All these instructions I will email all the sizes. I think it's already on Classroom, so you can access them there. Now I've gone ahead and started to put this together. So the first bit that you're going to need is this one, which is your 9 3/4 by 5.5, and you should have got, it should look like that because you've scored 2 score lines and you're bending them in. So along this first line here you need to run some tape or glue, and then I find the easiest way, because you're needing to create this little flap inside. So if you lay down your folder like that, then you lay down, so this is the flap that you're going to add. Let me just put this camera down so that you can see it. So if you're going to lay that down to add, what I'd do is lay my folder flat and then kind of stick that underneath on that one line, so that'll go underneath there, and then fold it back on itself. So what you're going to end up with is like a spine going down like that. Now the next bit, just bear with me, the dogs are barking, I'll just pause it. So now you've got that little bit there, that's on your flap, so that should be facing you on the left hand side. So the next bit, we're going to create the waterfall. So you should have got 8 pieces like this was scored at the top, and what we're going to do with this is we're sticking it all the way down here, following on. So your first piece needs to be right at the top. So like I showed you before, to line it up, I found it easier to attach it like that, and make sure it doesn't cover your fold. It should come up to that fold line and press it down, and then when you fold it back like that, that's the first one of your waterfall. So now what you need to do is, underneath that, you're following it down. So your next one, if you can see that, will go bang underneath that one, up to the edge, like that, then fold it up. So what you're getting is like your waterfall effect, like that. So if you carry on down, doing all 8 of those, and then what I'll do, I'll come back to you with the next stage. So once you've got your waterfall on, it should look like that. It should be kind of a waterfall basically. What you can do, go ahead and do then, is if you cover them with some nice papers, because what I'm going to show you on this video is just the basis of putting it together. So then your next one is for the flap, which will cover over your waterfall. So that'll be like a little cover for your waterfall. So basically that goes on there, on the bottom, and that will cover up that waterfall bit. So the measurements for that were, just bear with me, that's the one that's 8 by 4 1/4, and then you're just scoring it 1/2 inch on the 8-inch edge. So if I go ahead and stick that on, that is the waterfall part of your left hand side. And like I say, I am going to decorate this, but just for the purposes of the video, we're just going to do the basis. So covering, just cut your pieces a little bit smaller and just whatever edge size you want. Everyone's different. You might just want to do a middle one or leave a little tiny edge. So once I've stuck that on, the next bit is going to be the foldings on this side. So I'll show you the one that's completed. Put that down. So the next bit we're going to do is, so we've done that bit. So the next bit is this bit here and these 2 flaps like that. And then the last bit will be this one to go on. So for this part of it, we need so this is for this first flap, which is, just let me bend that down for you, which is this flap here, which this will go on top of. So this is for this one, and it needs to be 9 3/4 by 7 1/2 inch, and then score on the 7 1/2 inch edge at 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch. So basically your scoring should be down that side, and again it should make you like a little, like you did on the other side. So if you cut that one out, and then we need, I'll show you how to assemble it. And then for these 2 flaps here, which if you can see, we need 2 pieces at 9 1/2 by 7 1/2 inch, and then we're scoring at 1/2 inch on the 9 1/2 inch edge, so that your folds will be on the short edge. So if you go ahead and cut those out, and then I will show you how to assemble it. There's just one last piece you need to cut out for your left hand side, which is like the little flap that goes over, and that's 7 1/2 inch by 4 1/4 inch, and then you need to score at 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch on the 7 1/2 inch side. That's going to give you a little belt to go around it. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut all those bits out, so what I'm going to show you now is how to assemble the rest of your left hand side. So I've gone ahead and I've put on the closure. So that's the closure for your waterfall. So you basically just sticking it at the bottom there, and that will cover up your waterfall. And like I said, I will decorate shortly, and I'll show you what I've done when I've finished putting the decorations on. So now what we're going to do is so the one bit of paper, the card that's you've scored twice, and it's giving you like a little spine, that's going to need to go up to the edge here on your cover. So all we're doing is we're running a bit of glue or tape down that wider bit that you've creased, so just down there. So I'll just put a little bit of tape on that. I'm using a glue runner today. I don't normally like using them, but my hands are so bad I can't use a tape today. But they are pretty good, but they're just not quite strong enough for me, sticky wise. But once I get my hands a bit better, I'll go ahead and get some more. So all we're doing now is we're just butting that up to the crease and then holding that down and sticking it. So you should get like a little folded flap there, look. And then these two that you've done that are the same, one goes along the bottom, so one's going to go on this bit here. Spaces of a premium at the minute on the table. I'm going to extend. So, like I did before, I'm going to make sure that that's right up to the edge. Stick it down and then bring it in. And the same for the other side. So if you can see that there, that's that. So that's going over that. And then we need another one here. So again, I'll just run a bit of this glue runner, which I'm, like I said, at a push I will use it because I've got the eczema on my hands, but normally I just use double tape or glue. So that's on that one. And again, we just stick it right up to the edge, like that, whichever way you find easiest. So now, what we have is, you've got this, then this, and then your waterfall. So now what we need to do is, that last bit of measurement that I gave you, is we're going to have to cover that up to make a little flap. So again, you've got that little spine thing, so just run a bit of glue or tape on that outer edge. And then we're going to stick it onto that flap, this one that's going over that way, onto that flap, round about in the middle and just up to the edge like that, and then just press it down to stick it. So then that will now come over that. So that's the basis of your left hand side of your folder. So that's all we're going to do for this week. I'm going to go ahead and decorate it, and then I'll just put a little picture of that on to the end of the YouTube. So thank you for watching this lesson today, and look forward to seeing you all next week.